At this time, I would like to introduce each of the finalists. Becky currently works as an instructional paraprofessional at Maine Elementary in Kodiak. Bobby Storms, originally from Unalakleet, is now a high school senior at Sidney Huntington School in Galena, who says her own teachers have inspired her to pursue a degree in education. Megan Contreras expresses that she wants to be a teacher in order to give back to her community and work to improve high school teacher and administrative turnover rates in small communities. Amanda Frencha of Kenny Lake says her experience with teachers at her small rural school has led her to understand and appreciate what it takes to be an educator. Pancho is a Marine veteran who wants to study teaching and help students in his community of Kodiak. Kara James is an instructional paraprofessional in Angoon. She assists high needs and at-risk elementary students and wants to build her career as a teacher. And then Eleanor, described by her teacher as a young leader, Ellie plans to pursue a degree in education and one day teach in Alaska. So there you go, our 7 finalists.
Great.
And at this time, I would like to invite President Johnson to share a few remarks about his hope for teachers in Alaska.
Well, thank you, Lael, and thanks to all of you super talented Alaskans for joining us today for this exciting announcement. The Teach for Alaska Scholarship Program was created in response to the state's urgent need to increase the number of teachers working in Alaska who would come from around the state to be trained at our university. You know, the university is by far and away the #1 producer of workforce in Alaska. And just a couple of examples. A few years back, when the hospitals and the healthcare sector asked the university to graduate more nurses, we did. We doubled the production of nurses. Same thing with engineering. The construction and design firms in the state said, hey, we want twice as many engineers as you're graduating, and we did that. And also when the oil and gas industry said, hey, we need more process technicians to work on the pipeline and pump stations, we said, absolutely, no problem, we will do that. Well, now the education sector is asking for more Alaskan-grown teachers. I have personally met with all 53 of the state's school district superintendents, and they all raise their hands and say, we need more Alaska-trained teachers. And I can say with absolute confidence that we can do it, and especially in light of what I saw on your packages, we will do it, no question about it. You might not know this, but there's an interesting little data point that 70% of the new teachers hired each year in Alaska come from outside, come from another state. That means literally we are outsourcing the preparation of the single most important job in Alaska to some other state. And that just doesn't make sense to me at all. Now, I get it, and I'm sure you have some super good teachers who come from outside Alaska. But, you know, depending on outside teachers so much, really, it contributes to high teacher turnover, and that's a problem for us. You may have seen that yourselves in your educations, where you get a new teacher every year or two. That's not a good thing long term for our state, and I think it sends the wrong message to young people across the state. And so in response to this, I've set this, you know, wild goal. I've said, okay, by 2025, 90% of the teachers hired in Alaska are going to be from Alaska, 90%. And, you know, as you know, if you don't set a goal out there, you might not achieve anything, you know, might not make the kind of progress that's possible. So we've set up this really ambitious goal that we're going to go after. And I want to thank you personally, all 7 of you, for applying for this scholarship. Your videos, your recommendations, the personal statements tell me that you share this goal, and you'll answer the call to join us in reaching that 90% goal by 2025. And it's not just to hit that goal, right? It's really to prepare the next generation of students and the next generation of students to lead this wonderful state. as I've said many times as president of the university, that again, the single most important job in our state is teachers. And I, again, really appreciate your stepping up and taking on this challenge. I know applying for this was no small task. You submitted letters of recommendation, your own written statement, and you had to condense to a Twitter size statement of 140 characters, difficult to do, and also produce a video. And those were great to see. You know, when I met with Lael, she indicated that the members of the committee had a really difficult time judging, because you all represent different parts of the state and all brought compelling statements and inspiring videos to this process. And you know, every one of you is really well positioned to become a great teacher here in Alaska. You have the drive, you believe in yourselves, and that's great, and you have a passion for education, and I commend you. And I look forward to witnessing your future. I hope that I get to shake your hand when you walk across a graduation stage here pretty soon as future educators in Alaska. So I tasked the committee with identifying the top candidates for this scholarship so I could make the final decision. And that's why you're here today. With the list of 7 finalists, the committee made one final recommendation. And it was that I award the scholarship to all of you. And so I'm incredibly pleased and proud to announce that all of you, because of the excellent presentations you made, will receive a $12,000 Teach for Alaska scholarship to attend the University of Alaska. I believe in every one of you, I truly do, and I know you'll make great teachers. You're the ones who will drive change in Alaska, and it's my honor, it really is, to support you in that important effort. So congratulations. Lael?
Yay!